It says we're live. It says you're live.
We are live.
And this is going to
And
be
it's
loud.
raining.
Turn on the ringer. Turn this off. Turn this on. And watch Mountainside Homestead. Well, thank you. That was very nice of you.
Yeah, my hair looks definitely very wet.
Oh, it is raining outside. Well,
Yeah, but it wasn't like 2 weeks ago when it was.
hit the like button. See how different it is. It's different.
Okay.
Huh.
No, shower was actually inside and not from being outside with the sheep a couple weeks ago. But
Okay, got that like button. Got that like button.
you all look good. We're cleaned up.
So as always, oh, hello. Nice to see y'all.
Hey, nice shirts. Yes.
Yes, nice
we,
shirts.
we know somebody who got those for us while they were
Yes.
here last week.
Yeah, we were brought shirts, and they're awesome.
Yes.
But I mean, it's in regard to last week. I mean, the visit was great. Had family here, my sister and her family, most of her family.
They pretty much shadowed what we did all week,
Yeah.
and it
But
was busy.
It was
fun.
it was pretty uneventful week.
It was uneventful, but it was.
We didn't do a lot.
No, we did a lot.
Yes.
Um,
They rolled into town and we unloaded hay.
The first thing, how many loads?
84 the first day, and then another 40 the next.
Yeah, that's one way to get.
Mm-hmm.
One way to break in the help is itchy hay.
Yes. Yes. I mean, everybody was troopers about it. But then we had our last ram of the season.
We did.
Ivy had a baby boy.
And that was so cool while they were here.
Yeah.
To witness that. So
that was fantastic. Little cute Tunis. Oh my goodness.
little brown. Oh,
Yeah.
you just want to squeeze them.
Mhm.
I guess I better find a picture if I'm talking about them.
So we did 127 bales of hay, and then we went for an hour drive on Monday, and we picked up a ton of feed. So that was 40 bags on a pallet.
Literally a ton of feed.
So we got sheep feed, layer feed, grower feed. Met some great new people. Had a lot of fun talking with them.
That's not the best picture.
Sharing stories and this and that. No, where's my picture?
Oh, that's a great picture. I'm gonna find that one. That needs to be your profile picture.
You're funny.
It's the one that your sister took. That one.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. There it is.
So yeah, that's a little Cap.
Short for Captain.
So he may stick around for a while. Then what else? So one of the reasons that my sister and her family came down was to do a chicken harvest. So we did a harvest of, what did we say, 37 birds total?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was,
31 of the regular, what we call the regular Cornish cross, which is your typical grow out in 8 weeks chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all about, we actually parted out more birds this time
than ever.
Yes. We only put like 3 whole birds in the freezer. The rest of them we parted all out.
Yeah, we sold 2 right off the bat.
So we sold 2 fresh, but yeah.
Then Bethany was parting all of her own, so that was really awesome.
Yep.
Then
that was awesome too, because usually I don't have any help with the cutting them, because usually he packs and does the vacuum sealing.
I bag and tag.
Yes, you bag and tag, and I make piles of parts and pieces. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, we did the harvest on Tuesday, and then we put everything up on Wednesday, and that went great.
Mm-hmm.
We did a cabbage harvest that day. on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled 30 heads of cabbage out of the garden. Still have a couple small ones out there.
So we had a dinner theme, which was pretty much all cabbage.
Yes.
We'd have cabbage and noodles.
Uh-huh.
I did cabbage rolls.
Yep.
Slaw.
And kraut.
Yeah.
It was good. That was a good dinner. And then we had the next batch of chicks deliver for meat birds.
Yes, we did.
So and my sister, Bethany, my sister got to go for a ride and got to see what it's like to go to the post office and pick up chicks.
Yep. Actually, it's kind of a longer story than that. They weren't at the post office anymore. Because somebody else bought chicks. She picked up both of the chicks and then brought them to town hall.
Oh,
small town stuff. Yeah, they're like, we feel like the post office is too cold. Can you bring them over to town hall?
Wow. Well, that was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
And we had somebody come out and they picked up the okra starts that we had going for another food ministry. Talked to, he's an appliance guy, so we were able to talk to him about our fridge situation. He told us we're better off buying a fridge.
Yeah.
Because by the time you buy the compressor and pay somebody to take it out and do it right.
Because he explained it's more than just putting a new compressor in.
Yeah, it's the whole flushing of the system and everything. So.
And then he looked at my stove and gave me some pointers on how to fix that. So yeah, that was a very good visit.
Mm-hmm. And then Bethany left Thursday afternoon to go to her friend's house, and she took some sourdough rolls with her.
Ah, yes. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, who is? Yes, I know who this is now.
So you are welcome.
I'll tell you what, that whole week I was just
rolling in the dough.
It's like I was baking bread at least every other day.
Yeah. And
that sourdough was just continuing to go. I think I've taken 2 days off with the bread now.
I think so.
We're trying to catch up.
Yes. Yeah, that was good. Then we got the tomatoes tied up mostly. We got the purple cabbage started, and it's actually starting to pop up already.
Yep.
We did another batch of microgreen starts, and they're popping out already. We got basil and cilantro started. So the purple cabbage, the basil, and cilantro is actually for a local restaurant.
And sprouts.
The sprouts are
going crazy.
It went from like 1 jar to 2 jars to 4 jars. Yeah. But they're like taking off like sprouts.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
This is 4 days. 4 days in a jar. And I had to split it out into 4 jars. It started out as 2.
Yeah. So we'll probably deliver that tomorrow. And also while we're out tomorrow, we have to go back to Dirtcraft and get some more soil. What?
It's okay.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll get dirt. Yeah, we're going to Dirtcraft.
Yeah, we're going to Dirtcraft tomorrow to get some soil.
This was another thing we did this.
Yeah, it's right over here.
He's got notes and everything has to go in order.
She likes to jump out of order.
I do.
And how did I get to the Dirtcraft anyways? Oh, because I was talking about tomatoes.
You were jumping to Monday.
I was, but I was talking about the tomatoes getting tied up and all that. And, okay, well, anyways. And Amanda, thank you for the books that you sent back with Bethany.
Yes,
she did pass them along.
We both. Did you start reading? I started reading.
I did not. I'm reading the other one that Bethany brought, but this is one of the ones from Amanda. So thank you.
Mine's in the other room because I started reading that too.
Bethany brought me this down, so I've actually started into that.
My mother-in-law. Okay, I'll get you some info on that, Sue. Definitely.
We started watering the garden from the totes on Friday. So we have a water pump. You can use it as a transfer. So I figured out how to get that hooked up to the totes. and we started
These are 250-gallon totes.
Yes.
So
from our
people-
water catchment
yes.
systems. So instead of using the well, we're using that pump. And thankfully it's raining now, refilling those totes. Bethany came back Friday. We had pizza Friday night. The girls made the pizza, which I really appreciated.
We
and
have 2 pieces left.
2 pieces left.
And that's going to be gone tonight.
Yeah, that'll get.
And that was made with the sourdough. It's like my usual pizza dough recipe, and then I just go and add some sourdough to it, and it really makes it good.
It does. And then Bethany and family left yesterday, made it back home, and then it was our Sabbath, so we didn't do a lot.
We went to the waterfall.
We went to the waterfall.
Yep.
That's right. And then I noticed that the broccoli started to bolt. So not a lot. There's only a couple pieces of broccoli, so I made sure I harvested it all. A little bit of cauliflower, took that too, but they were nice size, and pulled whatever carrots there were. So they went.
We put those on our salad.
And they were like baby carrots.
They were good.
But they were tasty. We're learning. This is all, steps in the learning process. I may not plant broccoli again, because if I'm only getting a little flowerette like this on 3 plants out of a bed, it's not worth it. But if I get more cauliflower, I may do that again.
Okay.
Those learning experiences. And then today, running out the door before the rain came.
Yep.
And
We
did the
all of our
chores. And then Amy wanted to
harvest the lavender. That's what this is.
yeah.
I don't know if you remember that little patch down by the curve at the bottom of the road, but I wanted to you're supposed to harvest it in the morning, and literally as soon as I got it all harvested, it started to rain.
Yep. So you got to do it after the dew and before it gets too hot.
Yeah. It keeps its fragrance better.
Yes. Then we came inside. We did some chicken grind.
What will you make with the lavender? I actually like to make. I'm gonna make a bunch of tea with it. Lavender chamomile tea is one of my favorites. I'm also gonna try to figure out how to make a tincture, because we have a lot, a whole bunch.
Yeah. But we got 6 pounds of chicken ground? 7.
It was 11.
11.
And
That's right.
It was 11 of chicken, and
that's right, because we did some regular, just plain
regular
chicken,
grind.
breakfast sausage, and pizza sausage.
So we did Italian sausage with the chicken.
Yes.
So we've got options there.
Yep. And then Amy went ahead and we had a little bit of lamb left to grind, so we got that knocked out too. That was another
7 pounds, I
another
believe.
7 pounds. So yeah, that's fantastic. I'm on my 3rd round of kraut right now. I actually should have finished it before we started this, but I was running late doing other stuff. We moved chicks outside again.
Yeah, so Bethany, it's the one that had all the little black chicks and then the turkey. So they're outside now.
Yeah.
And they're in that little one that's outside that has little
black lid.
So they're in there. And then we took the other ones out. We banded their feet, so we know that they're this year's birds, and they're out getting along with everybody.
Yeah, they're too little to.
But there's a bunch of them. It's not like there's just one and they're going to get picked on.
Exactly.
There's 11 of them, so they're figuring it out.
Then Amy also made a batch of ice cream today.
Ice cream and yogurt.
And yogurt. Okay.
And I think that's it. Okay. But we were in the kitchen for 5 hours today, and I was about as happy as I could be.
We're not done with the ice cream yet. It still has to go.
How's that go?
Actually, yeah, whatever. But it's a vanilla ice cream that we're gonna probably grind up some.
You make your yogurt from sheep's milk. Yes. Yep. There, I have a start. Pretty much, you just take your last bit of yogurt, and then you add it to your milk that I bring it up to 180 and then I bring it down. And then I just keep it at 109. And then that goes for 9 hours. And it just thickens right up. I pour it in it's something similar to a cheesecloth, but it's an actual yogurt strainer. And I let that sit for a couple hours so all the whey comes out. And we can use, it's really thick. You can use it as yogurt, but we also use it as sour cream as well. So,
yep. And she does that in the Instapot.
Yes. In a slow cook. Yep. Instapot. We can definitely talk about that.
And then you're welcome. And then the ice cream, what we're going to do is when we're in the final stage of that, I think we're going to take some chocolate chips, grind them up, and kind of mix them in and see how that goes. Not to make a chocolate ice cream, just to make.
Well, he was talking about that the other day. He's like, why do we just put chocolate chips in? Because usually I just make chocolate or vanilla. Mm-hmm. I think I tried to mix fruit in once.
We could put peanut butter in it too.
We could.
Chocolate chips and peanut butter. But anyway, so yeah. And then a bit of sad news. It's a bummer. Peanut butter and fruit. No fruit.
PB&J. Yes. No, I actually saw a reel of somebody making PB&J sourdough.
Ooh. So, you all know we do have 3 dogs on property. Doof, Annie, and Buddy Dog. Blue, Chipper, whatever. I call him Buddy Dog. And the last couple days, he was acting off. Even when Bethany was here, he was still off. Then Saturday evening,
I fed him,
and I got him out, woke him up because usually he sleeps, and sometimes you got to wake him up to come out and eat. And his back legs weren't really working too good.
And that was what it was when Saturday morning too.
Okay.
He was kind of just like he hurt, like an old man. So, Blue, yeah. Mm-hmm. The little white dog out back.
Yeah. And it was shortly before, that's what I was doing before I came back in. So he did pass peacefully.
He did.
So he has a city house and a country house. And
he's been in his country house like the past 3 days.
Since yesterday.
But he did make a transition. He went from his city house and back to his country house, and he had a little nest, and it's almost like he knew.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna miss him.
Yeah.
He was a good boy.
He was a very good boy.
Good hugs. Happiest dog you'll ever meet.
He was deaf and like 90% blind by the end.
Yep. And he wouldn't get out of the way of the side-by-side at the end.
No, but he didn't know.
He didn't know.
Couldn't hear it, couldn't see it.
But yeah, sorry for that sad news.
That's part of life on the farm.
Yes, exactly.
We had to call a hen this week too, because she wasn't doing well.
Yep. So. But he will get buried in his spot.
Yes.
Without a doubt. But now, back on to the main reason we're here. The main reason we're here is to share the gospel with you. The gospel meaning the Lord's word. And every week we come in, we just read the gospel. We just read the word. And if something strikes us, we may comment on it. But generally, it's just reading of the word. And we are currently reading from the NIV version just because it's an easier read for us, unless we're talking names, which, well, we got 31 names to go through, so I'm looking forward
I actually told Ken, I said, I want to really get out my Bible app and just let it play so you guys don't have to hear me tripping over the names, but just know the thought was there.
Yes. And we are reading from Joshua.
Chapter 12,
Yep.
which,
No,
no.
chapter 12. Oh, 11 you went through, and that was a bunch of names. And we're on 12 because we're on the list of defeated kings.
So it's all the names that we've already said, but now it's just in this order because we already talked about all the wars or the fights that were going on.
And the way we do it, we trade back and forth. And Amy starts. And if there's a natural break, I will take over. If it's just a really long chapter, we kind of just clue each other in and trade back and forth.
Maybe we'll trade right here.
No, that's at least it's a short chapter.
It is.
And then 13 looks like a long one, And we go until we're done. Yes, we're in Joshua. And it's Joshua chapter 12. And I think without further ado, because we were a little long-winded with the updates and started a little late, and it's almost 8 o'clock. So if you don't mind.
Talk fast. All right, Joshua chapter 12. These are the kings of the land whom the Israelites defeated and whose territory they took over east of the Jordan, from the Arnon Gorge to Mount Hermon, including the eastern side of Arabah. Sihon, king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon. He ruled from Aror in the rim of the Arnon Gorge, from the middle of the gorge to the Jabbok River, which is the border of the Ammonites. This included half of Gilead. He also ruled over the eastern Arabah, from the Sea of Kinnereth to the Sea of Abara, the Salt Sea, to Beth Jessamah, then southward below the slopes of Pisgah, and the territory of Og, king of Bashan, one of the last of the Raphaites, who reigned in Ashtaroth and Edrei. He ruled over Mount Hermon, Saleka, all of Bashan, to the border of the people of Geshur, and Makkah, and half of Gilead to the border of Sihon, king of Heshbon. Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the Israelites conquered them. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave their land to the Reubenites, the Gadites, the half-tribe of Manasseh, to be their possession. These are the kings of the land that Joshua and the Israelites conquered on the west side of the Jordan, from Baal-Gad in the valley of Lebanon to Mount Halak, which rises towards Seir. Their lands Joshua gave as an inheritance to the tribes of Israel according to their tribal divisions: the hill country, the western foothills, the Arabah, the mountain slopes, the deserts, and the Negev, the lands of the Hittites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. The king of Jericho, 1. The king of Ai near Bethel, 1. The king of Jerusalem, 1. The king of Hebron, 1. King of Jarmuth, 1. The king of Lachish, 1. The king of Elgon, 1. The king of Gezer, 1. The king of Debir, 1. The king of Geder, 1. The king of Hormah, 1. The king of Arad, 1. The king of Libnah, 1. The king of Adullam, 1. The king of Makkedah, 1. The king of Bethel, 1. The king of Tappuah, 1. The king of Hepher, 1. The king of Aphek, 1. The king of Lasharon, 1. The king of Madon, 1. The king of Hazor, 1. The king of Shimron Miron, 1. The king of Ashkapah, 1. The king of Tananach, 1. The king of Medigo, 1. The king of Kedesh, 1. The king of Jokneam in Carmel, 1. The king of Dor in Naboth, Dor, 1. The king of Goyim and Gilgal, 1. The king of Tisra, 31 kings in all.
That wasn't too bad.
Actually, I like it when they're all on one line and they're not hyphenated.
Yes,
going to
it's
another.
a lot easier that way.
Sometimes that's when I have the hardest time, is when it's like going from one page to another.
Kerr Ashering it. Yes.
So yes, this was easier.
Chapter 13. When Joshua was old and well advanced in years, the Lord said to him, "You are very old. There are still very large areas of land to be taken over."
Sorry, the way you said that just.
Oh, I
You're old.
can hear it. This is the land that remains, all the regions of the Philistines and the Geshurites, from the Shihor River on the east of Egypt to the territory of Ekron on the north, all of it counted as Canaanite. The territory of the 5 Philistine rulers of Gaza, Ashdod, Ashkelon, Gath, and Ekron, that of the Avites. From the south, all the land of the Canaanites, from Arah of the Sidonians as far as Aphek, the region of the Amorites, the area of the Gebalites, and all Lebanon to the east, from Baal Gad below Mount Hermon to Lebo Hamath. As for all the inhabitants of the mountain, the regions from Lebanon to Misrephoth, Maim, that is, all of the Sidonians, I myself will drive them out before the Israelites. Be sure to allocate this land to Israel for an inheritance, as I have instructed you, and divide it as an inheritance among the 9 tribes and half of the tribe of Manasseh.
You want to keep going, or do you want me to start?
Thank you. Cool. The other half of Manasseh, the Reubenites and Gadites, had received the inheritance that Moses had given them east of the Jordan, as he, the servant of the Lord, had assigned to them. It extended from Aror on the rim of the Arnon Gorge and from the town in the middle of the gorge, and included the whole plateau of Medeba, as far as Dibon, and all the towns of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who ruled in Heshbon, out to the border of the Ammonites. It also included Gilead, the territory of the people of Geshur and Maacah, all of Mount Hermon, and all Bashan as far as Selecah. That is, the whole kingdom of Og in Bashan, who had reigned in Ashtaroth and Edrei, and had survived as one of the last of the Rephites. Moses had defeated them and taken over their land, but the Israelites did not drive out the people of Geshur and Maacah. So they continue to live among the Israelites to this day. But to the tribe of Levi he gave no inheritance, since the offerings made by fire to the Lord, the God of Israel, are their inheritance, as he promised them. This is what Moses had given to the tribe of Reuben, clan by clan. The territory from Aror on the rim of the Arnon Gorge, and from the tower in the middle of the gorge, and the whole plateau past Medeba, to Heshbon, and all its towns on the plateau, including Dibon, Bamoth, Baal, Beth Baal Meon, Jahaz, Kedemoth, Mephath, Kirthaim, Sibmah, Zereth Shahar, on the hill in the valley, Beth Peor, the slopes of Pisgah, and Beth Jeshimoth, all the towns on the plateau, and the entire realm of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who ruled at Heshbon. Moses had defeated him and the Midianite chiefs, Evi, Rechem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, princes allied with Sihon, who lived in that country. In addition to those slain in battle, the Israelites had put to the sword Balaam, son of Beor, Balaam, son of Beor, thank you, who practiced divination. The boundary of the Reubenites was the bank of the Jordan. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the Reubenites, clan by clan. This is what Moses had given to the tribe of Gad, clan by clan. The territory of Jazer, all the towns of Gilead, and half the Amorite country, as far as Eror near Rabbah, and from Heshbon to Ramoth, Mizpah, and Bet-Anim, and from Bahanan to the territory of Debir, and in the valley of Beth Haram, Beth Nimrah, Succoth, and Zephon, with the rest of the realm of Sihon, king of Heshbon. The east side of the Jordan, the territory up to the end of the Sea of Kinnereth. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the Gadites, clan by clan.
This is what Moses had given the half tribe of Manasseh, that is, to half the family of the descendants of Manasseh, clan by clan. The territory extending from Manahaim and including all of Bashan, the entire realm of Og, king of Bashan, all the settlements of Jair in Bashan, 60 towns, half of Gilead, and Ashtaroth, and Edrei, the royal cities of Og and Bashan. This is for the descendants of Machir, son of Manasseh, for the half of the sons of Machir, clan by clan. This is the inheritance Moses had given when he was in the plains of Moab, but across the Jordan east of Jericho. But to the tribe of Levi, Moses had given no inheritance. The Lord, the God of Israel, is their inheritance, as he promised them. Now these are the areas that Israelites received as an inheritance in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar, the priest, Joshua, son of Nun, and the heads of the tribal clans of Israel allotted to them. Their inheritances were assigned by lot to the 9.5 tribes, as the Lord had commanded through Moses. Moses had granted the 2.5 tribes their inheritance east of the Jordan, but had not granted the Levites an inheritance among the rest. For the sons of Joseph had become 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. The Levites received no share of the land, but only towns to live in, with pasture lands for their flocks and herds. So the Israelites divided the land, just as the Lord had commanded Moses.
Now the men of Judah approached Joshua at Gilgal, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said to him, "You know what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, at Kadesh Barnea, about you and me. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land. And I brought him back a report according to my convictions. But my brothers who went up with me made the hearts of the people melt with fear. I, however, followed the Lord my God wholeheartedly. So on that day, Moses swore to me, the land on which your feet have walked will be your inheritance, and that of your children forever, because you have followed the Lord my God wholeheartedly. Now then, just as the Lord promised, he has kept me alive for 45 years, since the time he said this to Moses, while Israel moved about in the desert. So here I am today, 85 years old. I'm still as strong today as the day Moses sent me out. I'm just as vigorous to go out to battle now as I was then. Now give me this hill country that the Lord promised me that day. You yourself heard then that the Anakites were there, and their cities were large and fortified. But the Lord helping me, I will drive them out, just as he said. Then Joshua blessed Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and gave him Hebron as his inheritance. So Hebron has belonged to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, ever since, because he followed the Lord, the God of Israel, wholeheartedly. Hebron used to be called Kiriath Arba, after Arba, who was the greatest man among the Anakites. Then the land had rest for more.
Chapter 15.
You forgot to say 15.
I know I did. I knew you were going to say something too. I think that's your favorite part.
Chapter 15.
Okay, we got a little bit of time.
Yes.
The allotment for the tribe of Judah, clan by clan, extended down to the territory of Edom, to the desert of Zin, in the extreme south. Their southern boundary started from the bay at the southern end of the Salt Sea, crossed south of Scorpion Pass, continued on to Zin, and went over to the south of Kadesh Barnea. Then it ran past Hezron up to Adar and curved around to Karka. Then passed along to Asmon and joined the Wadi of Egypt, ending at the sea. This is their southern boundary. Just a question. Do you have any maps in your book that show this?
No, so.
I got a map here. It's hard to see. That actually took all this information that we're reading and putting it in pictures. To me, the pictures.
I'm sure my other Bible has it. This one does not.
No, but it's it is history, and it's important. But seeing it in the picture form is easier.
Yes.
But that's how I am. All right, there's our southern boundary. The eastern boundary is the Salt Sea as far as the mouth of Jordan. The northern boundary started from the bay at the sea of the mouth of the Jordan, went up to Beth Hogla, and continued north of Beth Araba to the stone of Bohan, son of Reuben. The boundary then went up to Debir from the valley of Achor and turned north to Gilgal, which faces the pass of Adumim, south of the gorge. It continued along to the waters of En Shemesh and came out at En Rogo. Then it ran up the valley of Ben Hinnom along the southern slope of the Jebusite city, that is Jerusalem. From there it climbed to the top of the hill west of the Hinnom Valley, at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From the hilltop, the boundary headed towards the spring of the waters of Toa. Sorry, that was 2 lines. Then came out at the towns of Mount Ephron and went towards Bala, that is Kiriath Jearim. Then it curved westward from Bala to Mount Seir, ran along the northern slope of Mount Jearim, that is Kesalon, continued down to Beth Shemesh, and crossed into Timnah. It went the northern slope of Ekron, turned towards Shikharon, passed along to Mount Bela, and reached Jabneel. The boundary ended at the sea. The western boundary is the coastline of the Great Sea. These are the boundaries around the people of Judah by their clans. You want to help a sister out?
Sure. In accordance with the Lord's command to him, Joshua gave to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, a portion in Judah. Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron. Arba was the forefather of Anak. From Hebron, Caleb drove out the 3 Anakites, Shishai, Aman, and Talmai, descendants of Anak. From there, he marched against the people living in Debir, formerly called Kiriath Sefer. And Caleb said, I will give my daughter Achsah in marriage to the man who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer. Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's brother, took it. So Caleb gave his daughter Achsah to him in marriage. One day when she came to Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field. When she got off her donkey, Caleb asked her, "What can I do for you?" She replied, "Do me a special favor. Since you have given me land in the Negev, give me also springs of water." So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Judah, clan by clan. The southernmost towns of the tribe of Judah in the Negev toward the boundary of Edom were Kebzil, Eder, Jager, Kinna, Dimona, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Ziph, Telm, Beloth, Hazor, Hadata, Kirioth, Hezron, that is Hazor, Ammon, Shema, Moladah, Hazor, Gada, Heshmon, Beth Pelet, Hazor, Shul, Beersheba, Biziothia, Baal, Eam, where's that mean?
As I think.
That's Aim, Azim, El Tolad, Kessel, Horma, Ziklag, Madmana, Shanshana, Leboth, Shilhim, Ain, Rimmon, a total of 29 towns and their villages. You could continue.
Okay. In the western foothills, Esh, Atoll, Zorah, Ashna, Zanoah, En Ganium, Tapura, Enam, Jarmuth, Adolam, Sokish, Azekah, Shariam, Adathaim, Jiria, or Jeder-Oethium, 14 towns and their villages. Zenin, Hadesh, Migdal, Gad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktheel, Lachish, Bozkath, Eglon, Kabon, Lachmush, Kitlish, Jederoth, Beth-Dagon, Nama, and Makkedah, 16 towns and their villages. Libnah, Ether, Ashen, Ithka, Ashna, Nezib, Kilia, Akzib, and Maresha, 9 towns and their villages. Ekron with its surrounding settlements and villages west of Ekron, all that were in the vicinity of Ashdod. Together with their villages, Ashdod, its surrounding settlements and villages, and Gaza, its settlements and villages as far as the Wadi of Egypt and the coastline of the Great Sea. In the hill country, Shamir, you want to do it?
I thought for sure you were going to toss it off.
Go ahead.
No, you can go.
Probably. Okay. In the hill country, Shamir, Jatir, Sukkah, Danya, Kirith, Sana, that is Debir, Anab, Eshtamal, Anim, Goshen, Haloan, and Gilo, 11 towns and their villages. Arab, Duma, Eshen, Janium, Beth-Tappa, Afka, Humta, Kiriath, Abra. I don't have me. This is Hebron and Zeor, 9 towns and their villages. Man, Carmel, Ziph, Jutah, Jezreel, Jodakim, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 towns and their villages. Halhul, Beth Zur, Gedor, Marath, Beth Anath, and Elikon, 6 towns and their villages. Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 towns and their villages. In the desert, Beth Arabah, Midden, Seka, Nishban, the city of Salt, and El Gedi, 6 towns and their villages. Judah could not dislodge the Jebusites who were living in Jerusalem. To this day, the Jebusites live there with the people of Judah.
Chapter 16.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The allotment for Joseph began at the Jordan of Jericho, east of the waters of Jericho, and went up from there through the desert into the hill country of Bethel. It went from Bethel, that is Luz, crossed over to the territory of the Archites in Adaroth, descended westward to the territory of the Japhlites, as far as the region of lower Beth Horon, and onto Gezer, ending at the sea. So Manasseh and Ephraim, the descendants of Joseph, received their inheritance. This was the territory of Ephraim, clan by clan. The boundary of their inheritance went up from Adar in the east to upper Beth Horon, and continued to the sea. From Miktheth on the north, it curved eastward to Tanath Shiloh, passing by it to Genoa on the east. Then it went down from Genoa to Adaroth and Nerah, touched Jericho, and came out at the Jordan. From Tapua, the border went west to the Cana ravine and ended at the sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the Ephraimites, clan by clan. It also included all the towns and their villages that were set aside from the Ephraimites with the inheritance of the Manassites. They did not dislodge the Canaanites living in Gezer. To this day, the Canaanites live among the people of Ephraim, but are required to do forced labor.
We're very old.
That was I mean, okay. That was
Sorry,
funny.
I thought that was funny.
That was fun. Yeah, back to 13, we were just laughing about. When Joshua was old and well advanced in years, the Lord said to him, "You are very old." I mean, we complain about our own senses of humor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's hilarious.
It is.
And we're going to stop there for the evening. That was a lot of names.
Yes.
A lot of towns.
A lot of towns.
And I guess I shouldn't have laughed about the 31 kings, I guess.
Yeah. We both, it was all history and
Yeah.
charts and maps and good stuff.
Yep.
Which is
Gonna have to look into that one. Definitely gonna have to look into that one. That's a
Ken, you're very old.
Wow. It's gotta be nice. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you all very much. So we are wrapping up. We just finished Joshua 16. We will continue next week at 17. And just for anybody who is new to us, we do this every Sunday at 7:30, and 7:30 Eastern time. If you are in the area, we may break bread afterwards and talk about what we read. This is a tough one to except for what MT Trax just said about, the history and trying to piece that together. So that would be something that we could sit and discuss and really, determine, what you're talking about there. That's great information for us to sit and break bread over and talk about. So those are the kinds of things we do if you're live here in person. And we do appreciate that feedback. Thank you. We are digging in and learning as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
We are passing along the Father's Word as it is written in these particular Bibles, just so we all get the Word.
Mm-hmm.
And it's simple.
Yeah.
Except for the words.
Except for the words,
Yeah.
Definitely.
But every Sunday we do this, and we are enjoying the deeper dive, the challenges that it's bringing to us, because it's not only the word itself that challenges us; it's friends and family, and different conversations that challenge us, different reads that we're given to read challenge us, and and I think that's important. It's important to be challenged.
Yep.
Yes.
But we read Old Testament, New Testament. We've been doing this for a year and a half, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're here in person, then we'll talk about it afterwards. Yeah. We had a great conversation. Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yep. And a lot of some folks on here are accountability partners. I mean, she and I are going through the Bible in a year, and it's like, are you caught up yet? Where are you at? Oh, you're ahead. This is good. So, yeah.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, can you handle throwing hay around and taking care of chickens?
Carrying fence up the hill.
Yep. No, we worked. We worked a lot, and we got another list for this week.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But I think dinner leftovers are calling. Bethany, we have a lot of leftovers, so that's what's for dinner.
If you have questions, comments, the information's below. Phone numbers. You could call. You could text. You could email. We try to respond to anything we can, anything that we see. We enjoy the conversations and the deep dive conversations, that we have.
And we get messages during the week. Feel free to message or, send a text, send an email.
Yes.
So we'll answer.
Most importantly, keep us all in your prayers. As some of you know, the shed has delivered. Ooh, did we talk about the shed?
I think we did
last week. Yes. Yeah. So we have our food ministry shed on site. The electrician. Yes.
Yeah, I think I showed a picture.
Yes. And the electricians were supposed to start here Friday, but they didn't show. So we are thinking they're going to be here tomorrow. So keep us all in your prayers that goes well. Other things going on here at the homestead and within the ministry. So thank you for your prayers. If you have any special prayer requests and you don't want to leave them in a public format and want to send them privately, feel free. We do pray for y'all, and we thank you all very much. And the fog is rolling in.
Oh yeah, it is. Nice. All right. Okay, we'll be in prayer about that too. Okay. All right.
God bless y'all.
Take
care, and we'll see you next week, Sunday, 7:30.
All right.
Y'all take care now.
Take care.